Fox, I need to know if you're watching right now so that I need to know if I can explain why you don't need to pity CB right now in text or vocally.
No, everyone should always pity me every hour of
No,
the day.
Were any of us ever
Really
pitying CB? I didn't.
weird for me.
hold on. Here's the thing. So he's, as Matt and CB know, Fox did a great job in a, like, 20 minutes ago he was checking in to see if because the title didn't have CB in it, and sometimes if somebody has to drop out last minute, I just won't add them to the title and everything, right? But they'll still be on the thumbnail because my thumbnail man is a very busy man. And so he was like checking in, and I was like, oh no, I just like forgot to do that while I was doing the thing. CB's still joining. And so I went and I added her to the title. And then right before we went live, he was like, you also missed CB in the top of your description and the lead into the socials. But I must have it known, I did add her socials. Like, I made sure of that. So you can find her wherever, even if she doesn't exist here.
Also, if they're here, they probably know who I am.
And
You know who I am.
CB was just like I told her all this, and she goes, fair, honestly, I'm not even here right now. I'm a ghost. And Fox said, this poor child. But Fox, you should not, because I told her of the notes that you sent me that for you to move elsewhere. And I was like, if Fox was a different kind of writer, and then we both had a moment at your expense as to what your notes
Yeah, but at first I thought it was for Fox to move cities. Like, I'm gonna pack up my house and move. And I heard forest, and I was like, yeah, being near a forest, and then the rest just made no sense to me. But I'm like, oh, you're talking about like moving things around, which makes more sense.
Well, Fox and I do that all the time, like if we're busy, because Discord is so much easier to get to, and our DMs are generally always within the top like 5 people, unless I've been doing a lot of momming, and really that's just because I have 3 children, so it's a lot easier to get knocked out of the top 5 if I'm doing a lot of momming. But like, so going to our DMs and just being like, hey, note for me for later is much easier than finding a notes app or something.
Yeah.
He's like, what does that mean? What do you mean? What kind of writer, but also can't catch me on a technicality? I will. Well, do I have your permission to share these out of context notes with the world?
I like a sword.
Because
I was wondering if that was a sword or if I just think that a lot of things that aren't swords are swords.
It's a foam sword.
Hell yeah.
Similar to the foam sword that gave me a concussion. But not this one. This one's mine.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I have had a concussion.
Matt didn't know, he hasn't been here.
Oh, Matt, I have a concussion.
What? Why? Were you playing tackle football?
No, because I was, this whole summer, I've been a summer camp counselor. And at the summer camp, I can say it now that I don't work there anyway. It was Percy Jackson themed. So it was Camp Half.
I'm seeing where this is going, I think.
So all of the kids are running around with swords. And during one of the games, it was this game where it's called Protect the Counselor, but we had the monsters from previous. So anyways, we're trying to go hit each other with swords. And I joined in and got cold clocked by probably like a 14-year-old with a sword so hard in my jaw, like the side of my face. I don't remember being hit. And like came to just like wandering around the field. Holding my own sword. I didn't drop my sword, which I feel like is impressive. An ambulance was called, but it didn't need to be. And I got driven home by one of my lovely coworkers, and then got diagnosed with a concussion 2 days later.
Before I laugh harder, are you okay?
Yeah. No, I was okay. So I was kind of concerned about it because I've had concussions before, and last time
Matt hasn't been in the server.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, if you get another concussion, you're gonna have like severe brain damage." That was a decade ago, so my brain has healed since then. Just the first 2 were like back to back.
Yeah.
And so I like couldn't do anything, and I've been struggling with boredness, which I like. There's like boredness is not a word. Boredom.
She's
Again,
just
I have a concussion. No one can make fun of me.
RP, what do you mean you've checked on her on and off?
Yeah, RP, you've been like good about this.
Okay, Tippy, in RP's defense, concussions seem to be going around. Maybe he forgot.
Oh. Did you have one, Matt?
No, but I mean, we've got at least one. Oh. To have a second, not out of the realm of possibilities.
I guess that
one person does not constitute something going around. That is a singular instance.
It could. And hey, journey of 1,000 steps.
We made it on time for a great stream already.
So it's been pain and dizziness and nausea and not even brain fog, just being fucking stupid. Like my intelligence.
Okay, but CB, I challenge you. What is brain fog if not just feeling fucking stupid?
Yes, but it feels different. Like brain fog is like
you can
move your way through it like very slowly. But
well, actually, it depends on the level of brain fog. This may be horrifying to hear, but you and I actually experience a very light level of brain fog compared to how bad it can get.
Yes. So I'm very glad about that. Concussions suck. I did some writing during my concussion, or I attempted to by hand. Just deleted all of it today.
Oh.
I didn't technically delete it. I moved it to a different document to be like, ooh. But I think I wrote the same scene like 3 times while I was concussed, and they don't make any sense.
I was so sad and AFK anxious about you with your concussion that I couldn't just go to your house and live in your apartment until your concussion was healed. Like, for reference, when my oldest had his light concussion, he was not allowed to go to his own bed until he was like healed because he sleeps on a top bunk.
Yes.
And I was like, no, you're sleeping in my room until you are healed enough to
So
I think you can safely go.
One of my other coworkers dropped me off a giant lasagna tray full of half lasagna and half mac and cheese and like some fruit and a fucking pound cake, which is awesome. Lived off that for a couple days. One of my friends drove me to like Trader Joe's to get groceries. I live like 500 feet from a grocery store, and yes, I did drive across the street to the grocery store and almost threw up. It's like a 2-minute drive, and I was like, fuck. I was like, this is a mistake. And immediately went home, then haven't driven since. But I can watch TV now. I couldn't watch TV before. I couldn't like fucking watch D20. Not because, for that at least, I could watch some of it because I wouldn't get nauseous because there's no camera panning.
Sure.
But I couldn't, I had no idea what was going on. Like, I was just sitting there and being like, laughing at stuff and then immediately being
Is it the current season?
What?
The current season?
Yeah.
That season, for what it's worth, feels like you have a concussion even if you don't have a concussion.
That's like, to be fair, I'm not concussed and I still don't know
I was going to say, to be fair, this is an insane season.
Yeah, but I was like not figuring things out or like following lines of conversation.
Yeah.
I had D&D last Monday.
Oof.
I remember nothing from the session. I remember sitting on my bed during the session and trying to talk through something, and my whole group, because it's all online, were being really nice about it. I don't remember what I was saying or what point I was trying to get across, but I remember I was like speaking very slowly so that I could get my point across, and I don't think I was saying anything like that made sense. And we're in like a mystery campaign.
It's okay. You didn't have to.
I probably made the same joke like 3 times because I didn't know what was going on, and I forgot that I made the joke. So one of my friends like wrote up a like paragraph saying what happened that session. I'm gonna read it once I'm up to 100%. But I'm feeling better today than I have in like 2.5 weeks, which is really nice. My head hurts, but whatever at this point. It's a very different type of pain than a migraine. Like a migraine pain is like, for me at least, is inside my head. Like it feels deeper. And then this is very much like the surface of my head. And it's a much sharper pain than like
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. A concussion is a bruising on the brain, typically.
So my dreams came back recently. That was also a thing I like noticed.
Oh, no dreams.
I had dreams, but they were like not like I usually have very vivid and I remember my dreams. Sure. I wasn't having that, and then they started coming back, and I was like, oh, hello. So I was like, my dream last night had a full plot line with character arcs. If my unconscious brain can come up with that shit, I can get back to writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm gonna catch up on chat.
So fun.
Bella said it was the moment she regretted not having a driver's license or a car to help CB. RP said it was more that he joined the stream and CB was in the middle of her story. Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
Eva was walking the dog, just got back. Glad you're healed up, CB. That's so scary.
Yeah.
I have been given permission from Fox
to share the stuff.
Yeah, I gotta scroll back up a little bit. So the notes that Fox sent me so that he could move them somewhere are mirror forest, flower hole, and then the word huck. And I read this and then I looked at CB and I was like, if Fox were a very different kind of writer. And then we just exchanged glances for a little bit. But Fox, we were very much insinuating. See, CB's not even looking at me right now.
He asked for storm pictures.
I can't do that. You had all this time. But yeah.
So I'm sorry, what were the 3 notes?
Mirror forest.
Okay.
Flower hole.
Flower hole?
Flower hole with no W.
Okay.
And then huck.
Which, yeah, very fey, but also sex. Very
fun.
He saw how the flower hole got twisted. He's unsure about the mirror.
Yeah, I'm also not really tracking the mirror other than.
They're so innocent, CB, aren't they?
Just like
precious beans.
Why am I getting called out? I mean, I can jump there. It's not where my brain went first.
No, but you understood.
Yes, I understand.
So that's why they are innocent beings, and you are not.
I'm not.
Oh God.
I'm not tracking the mirror one.
Some people have sex in front of mirrors.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, sure.
So if it's a mirror forest with a lot of flower holes.
Sure.
There you go. You caught on.
Yeah, but I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay. So to be clear,
sure.
as I said, this is not like even like my thing was if he were a very different.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
I was trying to read this very wholesome family comic on this website, and there were every fucking time I went to a new chapter, there were very not wholesome ads. So,
oh my God. I hate ads. It's not fine. It's actually.
I said for why? For this is just how I am.
Storm has lost so much weight, and I'm so happy.
Look,
it's like not a concerning way.
Like, I'm dyslexic, and you sent me a list of words, and one of them was HUCK, and my dyslexia immediately misread it as fuck in any context. And then I read the rest of it, and I was like, if this weren't Fox, I would be very concerned and questioning what's going on. But it's you, so now I'm just unsure what. You're not even that big of a Faye fan, so I'm not even sure how there's a mirror forest anymore.
Flashback to me writing the worst script ever. No, it's fine. I'm giving my past self too much. Last stream that we did last Wednesday, instead of writing because I couldn't, I read through my Sapphic Faye scripts. They were like a year ago, and it is terrible. Like,
oh no.
And I was like, really? only a year ago, but it's fine. It has good ideas, so I'm just gonna rewrite it because I didn't know how to write a script at that point. So it's just kind of like, ooh.
Fox, I feel the need to defend myself, as this whole thing started with you were like, oh, this poor child, and then I was like, don't pity the poor child because of like what the facial expressions and innuendo she was making before stream, and then she threw me under the bus because of storm pictures. Acting like she's as innocent as Matt here. She needed no second, no moment. I read her the words and she immediately had the faces. So I feel very betrayed right now. And she's trying to be like, what? No, me never. Mirror Forest? I don't know what that would be. Matt, I can at least understand. He's not his shirt. He's an innocent.
I'm just a little blossom. These flowers don't have any holes in them.
These are mushrooms because I do shrooms. No, but someone did ask me wearing this shirt if I did shrooms.
Speaking of shrooms,
necessarily prosecuted by it, Fox, right now.
The next time one of us gets a concussion, an immediate 4FA, one concussed, one blackout drunk,
Matt,
one
I know you
greened
really
out, and then the fourth on
shrooms.
shrooms.
Handed even for you.
That's a horrible idea.
No. Only one of us would have to be concussed. The other three would have to use substances to get there.
I'll just have a migraine.
Yeah. All of those are bad ideas.
No.
Yes, we should have footage on the internet of all of us inebriated and one with a head injury.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, I see no fault.
I think about sometimes as I'm applying to jobs that there's so much footage on the internet of me talking about penises. And sex scenes.
Which is why I'm confused as to why you were confused. You were not included in the innocent beans. Eva said, what is it? Yes, a concussion is basically anytime the brain experiences blunt form trauma.
Yeah.
So.
I think I also got like some sort of whiplash because my back of my neck was really sore and stuff.
Ooh.
From I'm guessing my head going to the side. It was fun.
So CB has to concuss Matt, and therefore he will be concussed.
But he's like so far away. I have a sword though.
I like that. That's the only reasoning.
Yeah.
He's so far.
What you could do is you could mail me a boxing glove, and then I open it, and it comes out and punches me in the face.
Joker
going Looney Tunes.
That is so Joker.
Yeah. You could do that, but I would have to open the package on stream.
Mm-hmm. Hey Matt, I'm giving you this suspiciously heavy package. Don't open it until we're on stream, and make sure you aim it right at your face.
And I'd go, sounds good to me. Wait, boom, and then immediate prompt.
The prompt just comes out of nowhere. It's not even a 4FA
stream. It's on the end of the boxing glove.
Yeah. I go, oh, a prompt, as it's just.
That's the distraction where like something flashing, a prompt flashing, so you go and look to read it. And...
Eva said, I'm sure swords are required, but I like that you're including it.
I'm gonna keep the theme.
So what is everybody going to work on tonight? I just realized I don't have the timer up.
I'm working on Storm's Heir. I rewrote the scene that I wrote while concussed. It's definitely, I'm still not at 100%, so the scene's not great, but it's better and it makes sense. And then I'm going right into a fight scene, so I'm trying to decide if I want to, where I want to cut off the end of chapter 15, where chapter 16 want to pick up. But it's either like, do I have the person's nose get broken, like the start of the fight, which is Jason smashing in the front of someone's face with the pommel of his sword at the end of Rye's chapter or the beginning of Jason's chapter. So
whoever's going to describe it the more fun way.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If he's like, that is not how I'm going to choose that.
No. I'm thinking, because we're not getting any reactions to it, so I'm thinking maybe put at the end of Rye's chapter and then jump to Jason's chapter slightly have him like just like thinking about things, and then like have like the warm sensation of blood going down his hand, and then move on. We'll continue the scene. It's like, oh, let me zone back in for a second. I got really mad for.
I support glitter bombs, but make sure that they're like the biodegradable, edible ones, because otherwise they they're generally made of very sharp, dangerous things that if they get in your eye, you're
goggles and a mask every time you open it, and earmuffs.
And
Bella's going to bounce between editing some videos and working on Alina Draft 3, currently on Chapter 7 of 27 chapters. Nice. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I was going to beta read for RP, but I've been emotionally compromised, so I don't know if I can do that now. But we'll see.
I will be reading a scene that was sent to me by a friend of mine, and then if there is time after, I will be making a spreadsheet based on our Music League data.
Oh, speaking of the Music League, I will be doing one in the server. Right now it's me and RP. We need at least one other person. I was confident I could sweet talk you into it, Matt, at least. That one will be more writerly oriented.
Cool.
I have the prompts already picked out. So never again shall I be bitched at for random prompts that I just chose because I was like, I don't know how this app works. Yes.
I feel like I've created a demon. Keep in mind, I introduced Music League when I'm in one with my parents and all their friends, and I'm so bad at it. I'm always last with them. At least with us, I get some points, or my points are like cut by the fact that I forget to either vote or submit a song.
Yeah, really hamstrings you.
Yeah, because it's really annoying going from Spotify to Apple Music with all the songs.
Just get tired. I just get tired anytime somebody's like, what do you mean this song wasn't Sam? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I have other music tastes.
The fact that none of you guys thought I would like Jolene. I don't know the song Uma Thurman.
I knew like you would.
There's evidence that I knew you put Jolene. I wrote, Matt, you may have to go to the group chat for some of my guesses. I don't always remember to write them in the comments.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. Everyone, like you've talked about liking the song Jolene on stream, so we just see how much
I considered putting a Taylor Swift song, but I was like, none of you guys are gonna like my Taylor Swift song, and Jolene is going to win.
Jolene.
I know,
and when Jolene did.
And it did. It tied with Uma Thurman, I think.
Yeah.
But
see, you would have won either way.
No, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't have submitted Uma Thurman.
But it seems like you would.
I don't think Betty would have. That was the Taylor Swift song. Or I was going to do the Taylor Swift song that has like 8 names in the title. It's about or no, that's Thank You, Amy, which is another Taylor Swift song with the name in it. It's fine.
I was out with my mom when Matt and Fox were having their meltdown about Jolene, and I told my mom, I was like, oh my gosh, these boys, they just cannot handle that I did not put Jolene. And I read my mom the list of songs, and she just goes, if it was your sister, it would definitely have been Uma Thurman. And she's like, I think you also like Uma Thurman. She's like, but your sister loves that fucking song, which immediately gave me the vibes my mother has either been overexposed to it or just not like it herself.
Oh,
it's a great song.
It is.
For my family's one, the theme was Boba, and like a song that gives that vibe. I put in, it's not obviously not the same thing, but I put in Soda Pop because their Boba description was like, and I was like, that's not really the vibes I get from Boba, but whatever. And everyone, all of these like parental age people were like, this is a really good choice. And it got last because none of them knew it. They just keep putting on nostalgia songs. And I'm like, I don't know your songs. And you don't know my songs.
This is when you hack into your parents' whatever their listening thing is. Like,
yeah.
And you just go through and you study all of their songs.
I know a lot of theirs. Like, I grew up listening to theirs, but I'm trying to be fun and new and different, and it's not working.
It's not gonna work in a group that's not fun and new and different. That's like you're reverse Chris in our group. Everybody always knows his song because it's so. Let me tell you, I just told my mom the 5 people in our music league, and I put and when I read it and I got to Lady Samantha, she's like, "That's your husband." I'm like, apparently no. I'm like, no. Everybody like knew that, but CB. But in CB's defense, she was very concussed, and I maintain you just saw text wall and assumed only Fox would put a text wall.
That is also.
Chris was so offended by that. He was like, "I too write text walls." But I was like,
nothing.
A little.
Like, for example, the next thing with the old people that I love dearly and have known all my life.
She's saying, in case they're watching.
It's either vampire or werewolf themed. And someone put Thunderstruck, someone put Thriller, neither one of which are vampire and werewolf. Thriller is a zombie song. It's not fun.
She is right. Thriller is a zombie song. That does not fit the prompt. They should automatically be.
Is just.
Is it that like lightning behind Dracula's castle? Is that the motivation?
Someone put Werewolves of London. You're supposed to be ambiguous about which one it is. Werewolves of London is werewolves. Someone put Swear by Japan? I don't know. The comment is one of my all-time favorite Japan songs, which is not.
That's not a werewolf or a vampire. They don't even have werewolves in their mythology.
One's American.
Their vampires are more akin to what one would think of a zombie. If they wanted an undead theme, they should have just said like shifters or undead. Made it more.
Supermassive Black Hole, Die for You by The Weeknd, The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen. I'm gonna have to listen to all of these because I don't know. Actually, well, I know the ones that are most obvious, but I don't know.
Real quick, Kelly says the first sprint she'll be dealing with supper. Evo is probably going to jump between video editing and gaming. RP would love a Taylor Swift. Maybe you'll do better in the writing group because it's not a bunch of old fogies and you and Matt.
Okay, some of them is also other children of these people, but we're in very different circles.
No, I was exclusively referring to our group.
Oh, I think you're talking about.
I was calling me, Chris, and Fox old fogies, and then you and Matt. I thought it would be obvious when I added Matt in there.
No, I'm in that one too.
Yeah.
Me and CB's folks are tight.
I think technically I too am in the one with CB's parents, but I never get a notification for it.
I think you have to rejoin. You were in the last one for like 2 of them, but now we're in a new setting.
I'll just wait. Tell me when it starts over again. I don't like joining midway. I'm
okay
like that. Hey Laura, glad you're working from home. She'd love the soundtrack for the Dracula ballet.
Yeah, I have.
Laura, you should join the music league. Oh, also, I found out you don't have to have the app; that you can do it from a website. So.
I was thinking of the correct choice for this prompt. If I don't want it, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
I surprise so many people when I tell them that is a vampire song because they're like, "What? No?" And I'm like, "No, it was made for a vampire movie soundtrack. Like legitimately, it was written for one." So, and it feels like it was.
It does. I'm going to listen to it during our first sprint.
Hold on, I need to read something straight from Fox. I had a small moment of being offended for not being fun and new and different, but no, I am none of those things and never will be, just upset. Immediately under, he says, I am a spry young folk.
I'm not fun, new, and different, but I am spry and young.
And I'll hell yeah to that.
And folk. As all young people say, we refer to ourselves as folk.
I need everybody to know how much he just likes to contradict me. He immediately contradicted himself so he could contradict me. I am first going to make myself my Vietnamese coffee because it is
I actually kind of want to make a cup of tea.
That sounds outstanding.
Oh, Matt, I'll send you the link. I would just buy it from Walmart unless you want one of the special flavors because this, like, I did the math. This is cheaper.
Yeah.
So it's a pour-over coffee, which I know as a barista you'll probably really love, and it comes with the sweet condensed creamer.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes, it's so
No,
good.
Vietnamese coffee rocks.
It does.
Never had it.
I like
Big fan.
that basically it's like if you want to make it Vietnamese style versus American style, just half the water for Vietnamese.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're telling me that American style is watered down, and you know what? Yeah. All right, I will see y'all in 30.
Okay.
Turn around, bright eyes. Excuse me while I check out what one of those related videos is. The fuck?
Pay attention to your thing.
Fucking Jackson Wang's new album, Magic Man. Oh, okay, that's album art. I'm like, why does this man look so fucked up? But hold on, I gotta show y'all. I'm like, what? First of all, this cute ass little motherfucker down here, right? And then right above him is this this guy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on there? So I watch a lot of things.
Couldn't be me. Showing off my recommended, never. I'm joking, but also kind of not.
I have none the shame. I give zero the fucks. So none the shame. I have even less shame than one thinks I would have. No, I have a lot of internalized shame, but that has nothing to do with how I think other people perceive me. I unmuted him, Bella, but he was.
Yeah, and I was pouting because CB was unmuted and I wasn't.
I can unmute myself.
Well, I don't have that allowance. Now,
it's really funny because earlier I was like, should I just give Matt my login? Because at the moment it's just me, CB, and Matt. Because all my other regulars, currently CB and Matt are my only regulars. Because what regulars are they are my friends who are like, yeah, no, I generally have Mondays free, so I will stream with you, and weekly, as my availability works. And it's like, okay, cool, but like, they're not, if life situations and stuff change and they can't stream with me Mondays, no hard feelings. Like Cody got a new job, so he's not available on Mondays. Tina had to pull back for school and stuff, and that's cool. I don't want anybody thinking me and my regulars have had beef, because we have not. These are just the only two who don't have.
We're the last two standing. Me and CB have been taking the other regulars out.
Mm-hmm.
What happens behind the scenes?
So I think Matt is longer running.
I also love that taking Cody out is getting him a nice new job.
Yeah, we took him out. We got him.
Annihilated him. CB didn't want to.
I'm like working on Cody's resume behind the scenes, like sending it out to people. I'm networking
I'm doing his
for
cover
him.
letter.
Yeah. We can get that son of a bitch out of here.
We're so evil.
So like CB and I already share because we do the Whip Wednesday and everything where we stream from each other's channels. So I was like, should I just give Matt my login so he doesn't need a link? So I don't have, I won't forget to send him a link anymore, and he can unmute himself and things. So perhaps, Matt, we should set that up later.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the power, because you two will have the power to unmute yourself.
For now, we're going, but then we can mute each other.
I was just about to say, when we have...
And then I'll just kick you off the stream for a moment.
I got a cup of tea, which I nailed it. It's a very good cup of tea. Sometimes you just make a cup of tea and you're like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, sometimes you just...
And then I obsessed over a single line for that entire sprint.
She did.
I
had to wait to be... I had to wait.
I didn't get it. I spent like 20 minutes on that to no avail.
She's still futzing with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't make my coffee because I called my oldest in, and I was like, "Can you bring me the kettle?" And he goes, "Oh no, I didn't find it, so I didn't turn it on." And I was like, "Boy!" And then he goes, "Oh, there it is." And he just turns around and looks on the kitchen counter.
Didn't complete step one, so just gave up.
He did. I can't blame him. I highly suspect that, along with dyslexia, he might have the added
ADHD. Got that full demigod package.
Yeah, I think he really did. So sometimes he can follow multiple steps, but other times I gotta give him one step at a time, which is fine. He's finding ways to cope with this, so it's great.
It's so fun.
I just want to point out, when you said no avail, it made me think that would be a good side character name for an absolute person that can't pull anything off ever, and their name is No Avail.
That's good.
And then 2, I was already thinking about making a cup of tea, and then CB said that she has a great cup of tea. Will I go to stream jail if I start my kettle?
No.
You can just start your
Because
kettle.
I'm about to go start my kettle.
I mean, I am just now
that sounds
adding
so good.
the creamer to my coffee. I know.
Her creamer looked weird.
It's sweet condensed milk, so it's like. Have you ever
Just
seen
been
sweet condensed milk?
Powderized.
Yeah, but in like a can.
Yeah, I always do the
this
cans.
is just what it looks like in.
I don't want
BRB.
this pouch. But I'm kind of frustrated with the fact that I am obsessing over this line. My meds wore off for today. ADHD meds.
To a new line. Tell Fox he's not allowed to comment on the line anymore.
No, but that's the end of the chapter. I did start to move on, and then the sprint immediately ended. I was like, okay, I'll pay attention to like the next, like beginning of the next chapter. I'm like, do I want to continue it right from the crunch, or do I want to like go in Jason's head for a second and hang out there? I think I might hang out in Jason's head for like 2 lines and then be like, I'm gonna have to go kill these people.
I hate when I gotta kill people.
Really tired sigh. I wanted to go on date, and now I have to murder people.
I hate that for him.
I need.
Don't
more
scare
green
away
tea
my
already.
help, Sam, by telling Fox not to help me.
She needs to move on right now. She can revise during the revisions. It's drafting.
I have 4 lines.
She can send the chapter to you and you can eviscerate it. That's your hobby. You like doing that.
It deserves to be eviscerated. Speaking of that, pulverize is one of the options for the word.
Ooh, always fun.
Yeah,
This depends on how graphic you would like the face to be destroyed.
Very graphic.
Then pulverize is the fine choice.
I don't know
Hold on real quick. I also started the Music League for the Discord/channel because I posted it here. I know some people don't use Discord, and if they want to join, they can. The link is in there somewhere. The app is on Android, Apple, or you can just use a web browser. You do have to have a Spotify account. That is the one downside. But you can have a free Spotify account.
Or you can just look at and then like
in order to make a Music League account, you have to log in.
It links through your Spotify.
Which I was sitting there and I was like, man, should I use my regular email or should I use my author email for the one for the Discord? And then I was like, I'm like, no, I want to keep all my Music League stuff in the same spot, only to discover I had my Spotify is with my author email, so I was like, never mind. Crisis averted. Fox says Tencent would accept Matt and CB's supremacy, except for when CB upsets me, then she can be banned. Send Matt to stream jail anyways. But isn't Matt currently the one Fox banned? Have you unbanned him because he was also angry with you over Jolene?
Yeah, I do deserve to be unbanned for that, I think.
You were just wrong.
No, I'm only objectively wrong. I'm spiritually right. Just like with this Music League thing. In spirit, I'm correct. I'm just objectively wrong.
The deadlines for
I'll be the objective right one.
But then you're spiritually wrong.
That's not what that means. Spiritually is subjective.
Spiritually, though, you would be incorrect.
The deadlines for that one are going to be...
I do think I'm the authority on. Based on my subtitles.
Well, my subtitle...
Oh, your name was changed, Matt. What is your name now? I can't find you. Fox, where did you put him? Oh, I see him now.
Where am I? Who am I to be? What am I to do? In the seas?
He is not Captain 100% correct. That is revolting.
Thank you, Fox.
And nauseating.
I would agree with
So
that title.
So I set up the music league for us all, and then just finished making my coffee. So
nice. I'm
gonna catch up on chat really quick. Join the what? Oh, Laura, real quick. Music League is this game thing where you get a prompt and everybody puts in a song. The songs like are input anonymously. You can leave like comments and stuff. And we like to guess, like try to guess who put what song in. So as part of the comments we leave is our guess for who put in what song. It's a completely free thing. All you have to do is have a Spotify account to sign up to the Music League with, which again, they're all free. The first like round for our Music League is main character vibes, either a song that screams this is the main character or your main character's theme song. So I am unsure what I'm going to put for that at the moment because I just had Sam's Vibes playlist playing and at least 60% of my songs are main character vibes.
That was kind of my problem here, was picking just one.
Now, I did discover I could change the amount of songs everybody can input. Like, you can put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, you would have to put that many in for every round. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that right now.
Well,
so, like, we're just
I don't know about anyone else, but I personally, how I go about deciding songs is for every round, I spend no more than about 90 seconds on them. And really just first that comes to mind. And that's part of the fun for me.
It's either the first one that comes to mind, something that pops into my head when I go to input it, or like for the One Hit Wonder, I looked up a list of One Hit Wonder songs, and the first song that I knew was the one that I knew.
With One Hit Wonders, I did spend a little more time because I was Googling to make sure that it was, in fact, a One Hit Wonder and that I wasn't
For me,
wild.
I wait until the last second that they're due, and then I panic and submit the first thing that comes to mind, and then it doesn't fit the prompt.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you also frequently forget to vote and get no points.
Yes, and then get no points.
I'm thinking of changing the day that our small group is due. The Sam's Realmers are going to be due on Wednesdays. So
okay.
Hopefully that will
Wednesday? It should be in the evening of Wednesday. For the votes
I don't know. I think it's midnight Wednesday.
During Whip Wednesday, so that you guys can remind each other. Although I don't think Sam needs the reminder.
Yeah.
But still.
I submitted
let my phone yell at me, so my phone just gives me a notification, and I just swipe it away until I do it.
But mine's the like capacity. I have to sit down and then type in every single song into Apple Music so I can listen to it. Because I can't just do the Spotify one because it starts random fucking songs.
Adding things. I look.
Yeah, what's up with that? The Spotify playlists have not been working at all.
It's like play this playlist and then starts playing things that are not on the playlist. It's like, no, this is not for vibes. We made the vibes. Whatever.
It's fine. Kelly said I left a critique for you, for Laura on Critique Circle. What is Critique Circle? Hey, no, Gwenna. Gwenna said, whoa, Laura, I didn't know you joined Critique Circle. What's your handle, babe? I'll buddy and critique you. I gotta look into this. This sounds like a thing I would be really interested in but have no time for, so I'll just sit in the corner and be sad about it. Bella honestly never knew about Critique Circle. How do you guys like it? Because she's curious about sharing your lean on there, if it's a good platform. Kelly joined recently. This definitely seems like a thing that I'm going to
just do. 1 second. I'm still here as an audio.
Kelly,
well, I mean, we were joking about you being a ghost by the end of the stream, and we are now halfway there.
Kelly's grumbling because she managed to burn herself taking the out the oven. I feel you, girl. Like, my daughter got a burn doing something, and then I, like, showed her, like, They're faded now, but quite frequently I will have like a burn here and here from where I go to lift it out the oven and it touches my arm.
I have a burn on my forearm from a curling iron.
Cooking hair.
Anyways,
despite a mandatory computer update, Gwenna managed to get a few pages of CP work done and started dinner that sprint. Nice. Bella said those D&D campaigns must be crazy. RP was testing a Magic the Gathering deck before stream, so finished that, then had to check his money stuff so he could make sure he had the money to buy stuff for a couple of weekend trips he's taking later this year. Ooh, sounds fun.
I need to make money. Spending
the rest of the sprint beta reading for both Sam and Bella because I totally did not forget about that last week. It's okay, RP, this is your week. At some point this week, I will beta read your chapter. So, Bella thinks it's a place you critique others and get your work critiqued. You earn points to post your own work by critiquing others, I think. Oh, that's fascinating. You got to put in the work before you can ask for people to do the work.
That's kind of cool.
Is there like a...
That's fair.
Is it kind of like, for some reason, the app that's coming to mind is Uber, where like you can rate people's critiques so that you know how good of a critiquer they are when they're critiquing?
That would be cool.
Critique Circle. Improve your writing skills in one of the largest and longest running writing communities. I mean, I hope if that is the case, like, because, it says critique a couple stories to gain enough credits. Use your credits to submit your own story for review. Use the critiques to improve your manuscript. So, yeah, I would hope that if that's the case, I can give people, even if not some stars, but like a little
Yeah.
You always burn the top. Yeah, see, like right there. Oh, you burn the top? Yeah, I've got like 2 right there.
What are you burning yourself on?
To like pulling things out the oven.
No.
Someone doesn't bake or make lots of casseroles. Is what
I do. I just am super stressed about burning myself.
I'm the same, where I'm so stressed out anytime I pull something out of the oven about burning myself that I don't burn myself because I was so stressed about it.
I guess I just don't care because it's not really that bad. Like, I don't notice the burn. I'll just be like, that hurt for like the second it happens, and then I move on. And then I don't like really notice them until they're healed.
It's so weird because in every other context, I don't really care about burning myself. Like, I was, 3 years barista, got burned all the time. Cooking on the stove all the time, get burned from time to time. Something about the oven, I'm like, if I get burned here, it'll kill me.
I'm terrible with burns. Like, I can do all sorts of like scratches and cuts and everything, and I'm like, whatever. But burns, I'm like, because I always want to touch it. Like, I just make it worse.
That can cause infection.
Yeah, but the blister ends up being like kind of satisfying to poke.
I don't even blister like that bad. Like because on the oven it's usually just like a surface. It's just on the top layer. So. But also, CB can contest to the fact that I just don't register burns unless they get to us.
We went to the beach with Laura, and Sam got burned like all over the top half her back, like lobster red.
It's the one plate, like I didn't realize it was exposed because I can't see it.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And then I pointed it out, and at first I thought it was like the coloring of my room or something, but no, they were like actual burns. So put on some aloe onto the sand.
It was kind of funny because CB's like we had gone to a Korean barbecue with some plum wine, so CB was like somewhere between slushed and coherent. Like the sight of the burn sobered her, and then she'd be drunk again.
She locks it.
It was really funny to me.
Hell yeah.
She's like, oh, you're so burned. And I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, I don't feel it. And she's like, oh, I'm such a bad friend. You're so burned. And I'm like, should we put aloe on it? And she's like, you said it doesn't hurt. And I'm like, well, yeah, but if it's like red and stuff, just because I don't feel it doesn't mean it's not burned.
Right.
Still medicate it. And she's just like, okay. And she's putting the aloe on, and she's like, yeah, it's so hot. Like, you are so
physical touch.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, but she's like, I'm such a bad friend. And I'm like, you're okay. I didn't think about it either. It's not
She
like
did my back and I didn't do hers or anything like that.
Oh.
yeah, but also to be fair, I have never experienced a sunburn in my entire 35 years of living.
Really?
Yeah.
I have them all the time because I don't
Me
like
too.
sunscreen.
This was like probably the second or third time I've been told that I was sunburned. Which is why I say I don't experience them. Like I just don't feel them at all. So I'm like, okay. Like
I go outside for more than 10 minutes and I get a burn.
Yeah, I mostly put the sunscreen and stuff on to preserve my tattoos so they don't get damaged. But then, like, I was like, no, I have a giant tattoo right here. I forgot about it. So, like, that's where my concern was. I was like, no, my phoenix.
To be fair, it was like it was through the mesh of your top or something like that. Like, it was a thing that would be very easy to be like, oh, I'm covered so I won't burn, but then you did.
And if a phoenix tattoo burns, it will just come back as a baby phoenix tattoo.
Yeah, it would just be a little
and then you just and then you just give it a few years and you'll be okay.
Yeah, so there's that with me where I'm pretty like with sunburns and stuff, and then CB who got a sunburn on her face driving. So I like it's perfectly fine that we remembered to base you and
the windows up. The windows were up. I guess you weren't here for me complaining about this either. I got sunburned on my eyes.
Oh yeah, she did.
For like a good 2 weeks.
Like the lid or the ball?
The ball, the eyeball.
No, her eyeball. So this is just why I'm saying it. I don't think you are any level of bad friend for forgetting, even though like
we that now. You're a full grown woman, but I did offer, I think, to like put on sunscreen for you.
Yeah, but I had already like started and stuff. Yeah. So we communally forgot. I have shoulders.
Happens.
Yeah. RP looking at the yeah, I think I might sign up for it. Again, it'll probably be one of those, right? Like I have so many accounts for socially or writerly social things that I just don't have time for, and then I get sad. But it's,
I'm gonna brag real quick about a writerly social thing. Can I do that?
Hold on, let me catch up on chat and then you can brag. Gwenna said, yep, can rate their critiques on your writing, but it submits anonymously so nobody can come knocking your door. Oh, that's even better.
Beautiful. Mwah.
Yes.
It is good. Oh, Sam, you're muted all of a sudden.
Okay. Kelly's with me, minor burns from the cooking.
Yeah, I know the alone,
but it's fun to poke.
She's so cute when she's drunk. Her and Chris both. They like are the exact same person drunk. It's funny. Laura's back from dinner. Gwenna, my handle is Laura02. Yes, CB sounds like a cute drunk. CB sounds like a fun drunk to hang out with.
I'm a sleepy and stressed drunk. I don't often drink.
You're falling asleep and you're like, but the deadlines.
No.
And now we're off to walk away. Enjoy your walk. Oh.
My bragging thing about writing is my thesis project, Atreus, is currently ranked number 7 on Coverfly, which is a script website where you submit scripts for competitions, and technically producers and managers and stuff can look at it. It's ranked number 7 for 1 hour long fantasies, and it's ranked number 20 for just fantasies in general.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, for this month. So that's fun. I also got quarterfinalist in a Los Angeles screenwriting contest.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
So that's fun. Yeah, that was a good thing that happened earlier this week.
Hey, child.
But yeah, so I was like, supposedly they're gonna send me like feedback on the script for the quarterfinalist thing. Like, you could have won money if I got higher than that, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, obviously I'd prefer money, but
sure.
Feedback is cool. So I'm excited for the feedback. And then I can work on Atreus and send it out again. And I really need. I've been told I need to rename it because right now Atreus is like the name of the kingdom it takes place in.
Mm.
But I'm so bad at naming things, and I hate naming things.
I'll help you rename it.
My current option is like the king and the mage, but I don't think that's very like.
I don't think that would fit for the vibe or the thing. Contrary to how some of my naming conventions may lead, I am actually very good at naming things. I just don't always choose to.
I hit with Storm's Air, and I will never get there again. I'm gonna go to try and publish Storm's Air, and the publisher would be like, "You need to change this title," and I'm gonna be like.
To be fair, publishing sometimes makes people change great. Oh my god, that reminds me. There's this series, right, that I started reading because of Year of Favorites, and the original title of the series, it was like the Mirror World series, and the titles were. Hold on, I will look it up.
The Mirror Forest?
No.
Flower holes?
No, originally it was like. No, these are the new titles. It was Reckless, Dauntless, I think, but they've changed it to the Petrified Flesh, Living Shadows, and the Golden Yarn. And I'm like, no, the original was so cool.
That was so different. The Petrified Flesh.
The titles make sense, but they're not as fun. Like, both sets of titles make sense, but where's the peanut butter? I'm going to get it. Oh, okay.
The Petrified Flesh is a. The word flesh is so visceral.
Yeah.
It's weird putting in a title.
Oh, okay. So, so the thing is, the Petrified Flesh is humans being turned into living gargoyles. So literally their flesh is petrifying.
Yes.
So it's also a YA series.
Being weird about the word flesh.
It's a visceral word.
Look, there are some words that I think adults are just too adult to.
No, I'm not talking about like sex, flesh, that kind of thing. I'm talking about like flesh. I just feel like ripping muscles.
I mean, though. Like, okay, so for reference, I don't think it like necessarily in a sexual thing. I think that there are just some words that adults are too like adult, as in like stuck in their minds about this is the exact like feeling and connotation of the word, so they don't have as much fun with it.
Get sort of locked into those connotations because we see them so many times in that connotation.
Yeah, or just like because we've heard so many times that this word like is a terrible word. Like moist.
I was just about to say moist. Everyone needs to chill out about moist. Moist is a perfectly fine word.
Like
everyone needs to relax.
Moist can be used in so many different contexts and connotations, and it is one of the greatest visceral descriptor, whether you mean like something like a cake that's really moist, whether you mean like some sort of bacterial like slimy horror thing that's really moist to the touch and all of that. But then like some people are just like, oh, moist is such a disgusting word.
For moist, for that kind of thing, if it's referring to like when it is applicable, because they're synonyms but they're not the exact same words, I do like the word damp. So I'll use the word damp instead of moist because I think I really like the word damp. I don't know why.
And so for me, similarly, I like soggy if I'm going for like a gross out word rather than moist.
Thing. Moist does not mean either of those things.
No, not directly, but like it branches from moist.
Yeah.
No, but that's one of those things where it's like I don't feel like you can insert damp instead of moist and it mean the same thing.
It depends, I guess not. 100% on the context.
Give me the context where moist and damp can be used and it will give the exact same feel. I need an example if you're going to say it depends on context, because my argument is there is no context in which these two are interchangeable.
Like moist and damp?
Moist and damp.
Like a basement? I'll describe a basement as either moist or damp, probably. If it was a moist and damp basement.
Yeah.
You said moist and damp basement. therefore automatically implying these are two different feels that the basement.
No, if it was moist / damp.
Yeah. I do think damp
There's
is
a lot of
slightly
water
better.
in the air, and the air is
If
heavy.
it's damp, I expect things to be dripping. If it's moist, I don't expect any dripping.
I wouldn't expect dripping with damp.
I wouldn't necessarily either.
I feel like that would be more.
If we're talking about a basement, I would.
I think this is totally based on like own.
Yeah, it's connotation.
Connotations.
Yeah,
See,
it's why I like moist as a food
damp
word.
ones sound smelly. I think mostly for damp, I think of like cloth, like heavy. And for moist, it would be more like past that stage. Like moist for me means it's been there a little bit longer. For damp is like fresher than moist.
Yeah.
So yes, they mean different things, but just like, hit and slap are not the same thing, but the same thing.
Gwenna and I both, if it's damp, we associate that with like smelly or. But my whole point was that is that people don't allow themselves to have fun with certain words and stuff because they're like, oh, well, it has to mean this or it means that, or that's just a bad word to use because the majority of people will take it this way. And then you immediately were like, well, instead of moist, I would use damp. And that's just an example of like, why did you immediately go to what you would use instead of moist when we're talking about moist?
Oh, no, I was saying I just like the word damp. So if I could use the word damp, I would use the word damp, but I have nothing wrong with using the word moist. It's the situation.
But you were trying to change my topic.
I was splintering from your topic.
And I didn't want to.
I did not allow proper resolution to your topic.
There will be no splintering.
Yeah, as I literally spent the entirety of last sprint comparing words and trying to figure out what words are the best for the exact same fucking set.
I'm not in an emotional state for you to splinter my...
Sorry, I'm very splintery right now in my head. I also considered doing splintering the nose from the impact or shatter.
Those are very different things.
I know, more like the cartilage splintered as it was shattered, but I've been using like the.
I don't think cartridge can splinter. Can it? Is it that hard?
I wouldn't think it could. Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
This is a legitimate question because I don't know.
No,
my thought is that technically speaking, no, it could not. I think it would need to be the bone.
I will say Gwenna deeply relates to the inability to name things. I have pulled up a new timer. We will go into another sprint in a moment. RP said a damp basement would be humid and have water and spots on the wall. A moist basement would be a basement with standing water in it, like if a basement gets flooded. And soggy, I would use to describe something in the basement that is soaked with water, but not quite enough to drip by itself. I'm going to spend this sprint looking up like the levels of moisture because I actually, for me, moist is the least wet. And it seems everybody else puts it in the middle. So I'm fascinated if that's just like a me thing.
I wouldn't necessarily rank any of them above each other in terms of wetness. For me, I think each one of them is better at for me, it's more dependent on the object itself, where each word would be better.
Yeah, for moist, I feel like, though, for moist, I think of moist and I think of like pearls of water on a leaf. And for damp, I feel like it'd be like a towel or something like that, or a blanket.
For me, for moist, because my
okay, but the thing is, these words are used to describe levels of wetness, though. That is their purpose.
But I would argue that they're not necessarily like.
My good man, you can argue what you want. These are the purposes of the words.
Sure, but like in the same way that kinda and sorta, like I don't think you can say
That's
that like
not the
sorta
same.
is more than kinda.
That's not the same.
Like, I don't think you're going to find a ranking of these three words
I
in
did.
terms of wetness. Which is what is it?
I just did.
What is it?
Well, for the very first one, because I haven't looked at them, but yes, no, literally these words are used to describe levels of wetness. And moist, just the top one, mind you. I haven't gone looking yet. But like moist describes a level of wetness that is slightly damp but not quite dried to the touch, indicating a moderate amount of moisture without visible free water. It is generally considered less wet than damp or wet, with wet being defined as covered with visible free moisture. While moist and damp are similar, moist often carries a positive connotation, whereas damp typically implies an undesirable level of wetness, like damp clothes or a damp basement. In some contexts, like describing food, moist is preferred over damp because it suggests a pleasant softness rather than excess water. Now, the reason that it's important for me that it is known that moist and damp is because scientifically these words are used in experiments to describe levels of wetness.
Sure.
That's why, like, writerly, no, we can do whatever the fuck we want. I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm like, no, Matt, these words have a purpose.
But what of soggy? My baby,
okay,
soggy.
I'm turning off my camera because I need to go pee so bad, and I'm messaging Sam.
She doesn't want to become damp.
But what of my sweet baby adjective soggy?
She doesn't want to be soggy, Matt.
But soggy's my favorite of these three.
Yeah, but soggy would be the wettest.
Is it?
Yeah.
I need the wetness power rankings.
I am so sad nobody ever taught you the wetness power rankings.
I need them.
But like, if it's soggy, it should be dripping. Like, for example, a tres leches cake is moist, but it's more described as like, essentially, if it is not a soggy cake, you've made it incorrectly. Like, you know what tres leches is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like the milk has got to be just, there has to be a layer of milk in which the cake is sitting. That's how soggy the cake has to be. And it is delicious.
I do love a tres leches.
Yeah. So that is a context in which soggy is a thing. Soggy is also where I would expect the puddles and stuff. Kelly's like, I love how much a word nerd.
Yeah, like this is so like my.
This is me and Matt like half the time. I also, as I occasionally feel the need to say, I am not like a gatekeepy elitist. Any connotation or any way you use a word in your writing, as long as it makes sense for the scene you're writing, you do you, boo-boo. Especially as a dyslexic, I use so many fucking words outside of their intended context, but people still get it. I just, if we're going down to the brass tacks of what the words mean or their like intended usage, I just love that shit. I love to like.
But hey, if Shakespeare and Dr. Seuss can make up words whenever the hell they want, we can put soggy where we want it.
But yeah, so overall, I agree with RP's definitions mostly, except I would switch damp and moist. Because I think if it's moist, and so far the definitions agree with me, there is no visible water with moist. There can be visible water with damp. So, all right, we're good. And I found a very wet timer. This is not on purpose, mind you. I didn't do this. I just clicked one.
I just want to point out, we spent a long time going into the hyper specificity of individual words that are all very close to one another, and I'm now going to spend a sprint doing a spreadsheet for our music game that we're doing.
Look, I can't believe you guys didn't start the sprint yet.
We were waiting for you.
Yeah.
I told you to start the sprint.
And welcome back.
Okay.
You will totally not, if you rewind, see that Matt and I are just nerding over words more.
Fox and I were talking. I was like, how much longer do I need to hide in the bathroom getting stuff for my nails?
Forever.
Oh, that's outstanding.
And we're back.
I did not write that time. I looked up if cartilage can splinter, and I think it can.
Oh,
I did so much looking up if cartilage can splinter, and most of my thing was like it can break and fracture, and so I started looking up
interesting.
medically the difference between a splinter and a fracture, and I think it would be fine.
Yeah.
I couldn't come to anything I was conclusively confident about. You should DM Stieg. Be like, I have not DM'd you in years, but I have a medical question.
More recently than that, I think.
He
Okay.
popped up in one of our Whip Wednesdays recently. I know I DM'd him recently because the children were reading The Hobbit this summer, and I know that Stieg loves The Hobbit. He owns so many different special editions of it, so I was like,
literally reading Hobbit fan fiction. That's what I did this sprint and painted my nails.
But
I worked on my spreadsheet that's not quite done because Music Realmers was being quite slow on my phone and wouldn't load very fast.
I'm sorry. I also went and I signed up to the critique circle, and I got mildly annoyed because when it's like, oh yeah, here's your socials, and then it would like give you the URL format and then be like, and then your name here, but I couldn't just like click that and copy paste the format or like just add my name and it would add to the, no, you had to type all of them in. And I'm like, it's nice that they're showing me the format for it, but also I'm like, I still have to go find myself everywhere. Which,
does anyone else do the? Sorry, you weren't finished what you were saying. I totally interrupted.
It's okay. I added all of the things that they were like, do you have this, and that? And then they got like down to Wattpad, and I was like, I have a Wattpad, and I went and I was like signed into my author Google, and I was like, or my author Gmail, and I'm like, no, it's not there. And then I went and signed in with my other Gmail, and I like looked at it, and I was like, this was another era of life. No. And then I moved on. So I have no Wattpad connected to Critique Circle.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask?
Y'all can torture that out of me.
You can go find me. I don't care.
Anyone else paint their nails by painting the top third of their fingers in nail polish? That's kind of what's happening here.
No.
They'll look really good after they dry and they're in the underwater.
I used to like just paint them, and then in the shower I would fine tune it.
Exactly.
This is the easiest way for me.
Because I hate missing parts of the nail. And the one manicure I ever got, they didn't get the entirety of my nail.
Oh, then they did not do their job.
No. And so I immediately went home and
I say this confidently because one of my good friends, she was a cosmetologist. She is not anymore. But I always loved when she did my nails because she was just like, she used all the little tools and the stuff, and then she'd get in there and I'm like, oh, these look so good. They're going to look so good for 12 hours. But she knew. And she is actually, whatever she did to them, they would last for a bit. So
yeah, it's a little close to bedtime for these, so they might get the impression of my pillow on the back. Yeah. Like, I feel like no matter how much they dry, it's always later, too intense, but it's fine. It's definitely something I'm doing wrong. Like putting up too much polish on so it doesn't dry all the way through. Anyways,
I'm deciding what emails it's allowed to send me.
Oh,
which will
there are people in my house. Someone has a guest over.
To answer Fox's question to you all as well, Fox is winning the spreadsheet currently. I will say I'm making a spreadsheet of the results of the music Realmers.
Well, it automatically gives the results.
No, not for the votes, for how good we are at guessing.
How good we are at guessing songs. Yeah. I assumed Fox would do the best.
Yeah.
Because
I'm definitely doing the worst because I forget to guess.
So I was going to say, CB, your entire block pretty much just reads NA so far.
That
Sam, a few of yours do, and I think because there were a handful of rounds where you didn't say who you thought it was.
I did. I just usually set it in DMs. So if you need that,
that's right. You did tell me that. Yeah, I'll need to go and find those. I have a handful of NAs down for you that I'll need to fix then.
And but I will not, rest assured, I will not be able to lie about any of my guesses to you because I said it would have been in DMs to either Fox or Chris, and they would 100% call that shit out.
So far, the best anyone is. No one is 100% across the board at guessing anyone's, and I've only done, I think, 6 rounds.
I'll take that as me throwing a wrench into things and wear that badge.
Yeah, probably.
I may not have any guesses, but I stop everyone else from being perfect.
But so far, out of the best person guessing another person is Fox is better at guessing mine than anyone is of guessing anyone's.
Wow, that's since you have such a tight bond.
Yep. Fox.
I mix you and Fox up a lot, I think, Matt.
Yeah, I think so. Fox is the one I'm best at guessing, and I think it's the same thing. People mix up me and Fox. We can't mix each other up.
Yeah, so I think that gives you guys.
Yeah,
I'm getting angry messages about this.
But yeah, so Fox is best at guessing me. I'm also quite good at guessing Fox, but there was one round where he guessed mine correctly when I did not guess his correctly.
And that is why
there was one round that just demolished me. I didn't get a single right, and I think it was
It will be interesting to see how this changes when we get prompts that we all actually give a fuck about. Because this one was 100%. I was just like, do.
Yeah, the movie soundtrack one. I did not get a single one right.
I don't think I submitted for that.
You got that.
Let's see here. CB, you did not submit for that one. No,
because I have like options I would have submitted, but I'm like, I don't remember getting reactions to any of my top.
You got those all wrong.
I would like to point out that so far the only people who have joined the Discord League are the people from.
And I'm sorry, Sam, you're right. I got yours right in that one. I didn't get any of the other ones right.
Yeah, because last night you said something about how you were the only person who knew "Kiss from a Rose."
Yes. Yes, I got everyone else's wrong, though.
I'm checking in with chat. Hey, JC, how you doing?
Hey,
Kelly got 87 words written, then had to feed the cats. You would think that the cats have never been fed a day in their lives the way they carry on.
Yeah, that is the way of cats.
Bella got 3.5 pages of editing done for Alina with 4 more to go. Aw, yeah.
That's the next Avatar movie, The Way of Cats.
So today was the kids' first full day at school, right?
Yeah.
And I called them in one at a time to just talk about like their new classes and how their day is going and stuff. This is not something I will do with them every day, but I do like to try to check up on them every now and then. And with it being first day, and both times, like the boys sat on the bed because my youngest, she just stood beside me and talked. But the older two, they would sit on the bed to have the discussion. And then Riju just lost her fucking mind, just like rolling all over them, trying to like love them and stuff and like play with them and everything. And they were like, oh my God. And I was like, she missed you. She doesn't understand why you left the house.
That's very animal. Storm definitely like sprinted downstairs when I got, or was like already waiting when I got back from work.
JC's fine. She's going through the chat wondering what in the world I missed with the conversation. It seems you guys had very interesting combo here. We tried to.
What we be doing?
Especially when we are all pedantic in our own unique ways.
Word.
We're like the most chill, pedantic assholes ever. It's great.
Gang, gang.
This is so bad. I regret doing this. It's fine. Storm's laying very cutely on the bed.
I have two, or in like my suggested videos, I like to be lazy, and if there's a timer there, I will just click from those ones. That two of them are ocean themed. like they're quite soggy.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. My head hurts because I have a concussion, as we covered at the beginning of the stream. You missed that, go watch it. And light is bothering me, and I want to take my pain meds, but I have to eat first. And that's a whole thing.
Continue reading her Lord of the Rings fan fiction.
Probably not. I'm probably gonna take those meds and pass out. But I'll have to wait for these to dry. But it's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. Bye. I'm saying bye. Have fun. I
Feel
guess.
better.
Thank you. I freshly showered and combed it, so now it must stay in the braid while it dries if I don't want it to look like a dead mess. Yeah, they actually had their first half day last week. Our schools steadily, when I was in school, they were trying to push it to year-round schooling. So they would make the beginning of school start sooner and sooner, and the end of school was later and later, and then we would just get like an extra week or whatever. But then at some point, parents were like, no, we want 2 whole months not dealing with school shit. So they stopped. But yeah. I mean, the haircut is clear. You don't think a fairy princess would wear a tank top that says the snuggles is real? Oh no, CB. Yeah, we all hope she feels it better. RP's got not for her read, just have to do the feedback. Ooh, exciting. Everyone saying bye. CB said, rip me.
Rip.
She's you can tell that she's doing a lot better today than she had been, so.
I gotta stop outsourcing my assassinations to junior high students.
They're just not doing it.
They're not cutting it.
Matt, you want to be the last regular?
I'm like, I said assassinated, not head injury.
They tried so hard, but she's just too good.
They said, I have 8th grade to get to. I'm sorry. And I go, get out of here.
JC said, I realized how that sounded after I typed that. Just meant because a fairy princess would be wearing a gown or something. No, I get you. I just had to rib you a little bit. It's all good. Speaking of ribs, me and my you said
I assume that's the direction you're going, is it not?
It is. My daughter and I, we went over to my mom's the other day because we were going to go run an errand with her. And while we were waiting, my dad comes out and there's like this closed container and he points to it to let my grandmother know that dinner was made. And he's like, I don't know if anybody told you. And she's like, yeah, I'll have some in a little bit. Being the nosy daughter I am, I went over and I was like, what is dinner? And I opened it and it was my dad's ribs, and like the barbecue sauce was like, he had obviously put a fresh coat on it. And then I was like, and my daughter comes over and she's like sniffing it, and my dad's like, do you guys want some? And I'm like, yeah. And so we each get some ribs, and like my mom was like, you can grab the baby wipes and eat them like in the truck on the way. And I'm like, it's not going to take that long. And then my grandmother goes to get her plate of ribs and she's like, I gotta find the utensils. And I'm sitting there like with just a bone in my hand, and I'm like, you don't need them.
Yeah. There's always a family horror story of when I was, let's math here, 13, and my friend who was also 13, my dad took us to a barbecue restaurant in North Carolina, and the damage we did to so many pigs.
It's really funny when it comes to my daughter and my dad, because his barbecue is her level of good. So like the highest compliment anything can receive is it being compared to Pops's grilling skills.
Yeah.
We go to this restaurant here that's really good. They have this really great, it's so tender and juicy, like barbecue burger.
Mm.
And I love it. Like it's one of those burgers where you have to clean your forearm.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And the first time she like bit into one, she was like, she's like, it's like Pops's burgers. And I'm like, it is. Maybe that's why I like this burger so much. But I like immediately let my dad know. I'm like, your granddaughter has just deemed these burgers like, oh no, she said almost as good as Pop's burger. And I'm like, this is now her standard. So
I just want to say also that ever since you said ribs to this moment in time, I've had in my mind a rack of ribs just kind of rotating.
This is a rotisserie style.
Yeah, and I'm just watching this rack of ribs oscillate through my cranium. And I'm just...
We were in Walmart in the deli section, and they just sell rotisserie chickens in the container. And my daughter goes over and she's like, oh yeah, I'll just take a rotisserie chicken. And like while she's being sassy and making fun of it, I pick up one and I put it in the cart. And she's like, why are you? I'm like, that's your dad's lunch. And she's like, are we gonna have any? And I'm like, no, do you want one? I'll grab another, but no, your father will eat this whole chicken with some potato salad.
That is...
I am a unruly heathen. Oh, do you mean because, like, I just ate the... Look, my dad's ribs are so good and tender. You really don't need a fork. You just pick up the bone and they...
Oh, yeah. Can't be eating ribs with a fork. Can't be doing
I did, however, need the baby wipes, though.
Yes, you do need baby wipes.
Quite sticky out.
No utensil, all the baby wipe. That is how one ribs. But no, yeah, that is an all-time work lunch, is to eat an entire rotisserie chicken. That's such a vibe.
It depends on his mood at the time, whether he'll eat it with potato salad or coleslaw or... Okay, it's two different kinds of potato. One is like a mustard-based potato salad, and the other one is like a loaded potato salad with sour cream and bacon bits and this other stuff, or mashed potatoes and macaroni.
I think this describes me fairly well. My go-to, if I'm going to have a chicken for lunch, is a kale salad as my side dish.
All right, I was going to try to guess. However, that was not on my bingo.
Yeah, just a kale salad and
that is
an entire animal.
California things ever.
I love kale so much.
Matt, I gotta tell you, okay, I finally got somebody, like, because Chris had to come to the library with me. There's this one librarian. Every time I see him, I'm like, he's just a short, prissier version of Matt. And so in my mind, he is my Matt librarian. And Chris was there. And I was like, babe, does that not look like a shorter Matt with just his hair slightly prissier? And Chris looks at him and he goes, you're wild for saying that. And I'm like, but it's true. I have wanted to stealthily take a picture of him to show you forever, but I would feel so creepy doing that to this poor man. I was like, he doesn't deserve some random woman taking a picture of him. But he looks so much like you. And the thing is, the way he like acts is exactly how I would expect you to act if you were a librarian.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone that ever says they see a doppelganger of me, which is catch him.
No,
I want to see him
at my library.
Catch him in a big net and bring him somewhere, and I'll come meet him.
Just come visit me, and we'll go to the library every day until we catch his shit.
I just see him from across the library, and I go, "Hey!" and start chasing him.
But he is distinctively shorter than you. He's about my height, so it's quite a size difference. Bella has a sensory thing about food being under my fingernails, so I most definitely need utensils. That's fair.
Yes, quite fair.
My grandmother does not, though, so. How do you eat that much food? With his fourth stomach?
I have a little
There
saying
are actually a variety of techniques to let you eat a lot of food. One of the things I consider doing before going to like an all-you-can-eat or a barbecue is if you have a glass of water an hour before you go, it stretches your stomach out, but like the water goes through your system quickly. So then you like literally make more space.
My go-to strategy for eating a bunch of food is I got that dog in me, and I go for it.
That's fair. That phrase, our daughter has a shirt that says "Got that dog in me," and it has a very angry-looking chihuahua on it. Every single time she's had this shirt for like 4 months now, and every single time she wears it, my husband looks at it confused, and he's like, "Where did you get this shirt?" And she's like, "I got it at school because like they earn points and can get prizes and stuff, and like the teacher, every teacher does it differently. I guess her teacher had T-shirts available in the prize jar, so or the prize box, and so she earned the T-shirt by like doing well in school and stuff. But it's just funny because they've had this conversation 6 times, and it is always identical. Where he will be like, "Where did you get that shirt?" And she will explain to him how she got the shirt. But he's just like, and then he'll start teasing her about. He's like, "Oh, so you got that dog in you?" She's like, "Yeah, I got that
dog in me."
Like,
yeah, it's on the shirt.
Also, Fox says 1010 would watch the Matt Road Trips America to catch his doppelganger show.
Yeah, and I'm just
you can meet
hauling after him.
My library, but you cannot hurt the one in my library.
Okay, can I catch him in a way that doesn't hurt him?
As long as he can still work at my library.
Yeah, I'll send him back after
I quite
month
enjoy
or so of experiment.
Like when the children need help, the way he just comes over nonchalantly and he's like, "All right, what's up?"
Yeah, he'll just take a leave of absence, and then when he comes back, he's going to look different. But he'll still be him. It'll be the same guy. I'm just gonna go. There can be only one of us. I'm gonna put my face next to his in a mirror and go. One of us is gonna have to change.
But he's already so much shorter than you.
I'll crouch. And I go, one of us is gonna have to change. And he goes, "Our faces?" And I go, "Yes." And I send him off to plastic surgery, and then he comes back to you looking different.
But then I can't call him my library Matt anymore.
Well, you know. Eggs and omelets.
Eggs and omelets. Speaking of which, I need to buy eggs. I was going to make the children these fudge brownies for their first day of school, but my husband was concerned at how long the eggs had been in the fridge, and so he just threw them out.
Eggs don't go bad. They last forever. They'll be fine.
I mean, they do, but they're very obvious when they go bad. You go to open it and you know the egg is bad. So I'm like, but I just needed to use it in baking. Like, it'll be fine. So my brownies are aligned perfectly. Oh well, they're fudge brownies. But now
I want ribs and an omelet.
I could not make the fudge brownies. You're just gonna come back with like an omelet and a fancy tea and, and a chicken and a kale salad.
Sounds like a great midnight snack to me.
My child brought me the things to make myself a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Now, okay, the deal was I said, "Hey, if you make me a peanut butter jelly sandwich, you can have one of my Italian ices." So she brings me the stuff, and then I make it while I was talking to you guys. And then it's done, and she's like, "Can I have the Italian ice now?" Only after she's already gone do I realize she did not completely fulfill her.
I think by the rules of that agreement, she should get the ingredients to make Italian ice.
You know, I think so. But, all right, let's do our last sprint. Which, honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to do. Hold on real quick. Don't look if you have motion sensitivities. It's too late to turn it off. Ah! Oh no, Jinx and Batra, they've fallen. Anyway.
I will be combing through DMs to try to find old guesses.
Can you hear her?
Yeah, oh my gosh, yes.
She's just so passed out.
Such a snory dog.
You can tell this is the dog's pillow because it's got dog dirt on it. But yeah, she's just so passed out. Alright.
That's
My
me
hand.
after eating a chicken, an omelet, and a rack of ribs.
Oh no, my dogs are not allowed to have eggs.
Oh god, yeah, I can only imagine the
Whenever
result.
Whenever somebody questions this, I'm like, because I'm not smelling it.
No.
But alright, now we will go into our sprint. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello. Wait a minute. I got suddenly very tired that sprint. But that's okay, because it was the last sprint. Can I be heard? Yeah, you were just...
Apologies. I did not think. I thought I had time, but I do not.
You're okay. So I got really tired. I was looking at some stuff, and then I was also like, I had so many songs I was thinking of for putting for the main character round, and then this other song popped into my head, and I was like, I haven't thought about this song in a while, but now I suddenly can't remember any other song I've ever heard in my entire life. So that's the song that I put in.
Nice. I had to break the news to Fox that, not counting CB, who is at a staggering 0% accurate with guessing in Music Realmers as to who submitted what song, Fox and I are tied for last place with guessing who did what. Yeah. And that is with each of us having the exact same amount right for each person, and then the same amount right for each other.
Let me guess, because you went and found a bunch of my answers.
Yeah, I went and found the ones for you that I was missing.
And you were like, son of a bitch. When I know her guesses.
Although I will say,
there's a chart in the group chat.
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Share the spreadsheet.
Oh, yes, I will. But I do also want to point out of everyone not counting CB, who again has 0%, you had the lowest percentage of guessing my songs correctly.
Because I mix you and Fox up.
Yeah, this
or sometimes you and CB, because you and CB listen to some of the newer young people stuff I don't know about.
Because when it comes to Fox, again, not counting CB's 0%, we all. That's also information I have, which is which of us is the easiest to guess. Which it is CB, but it is skewed because CB can't bring her 0% into voting for herself. So her guessing on all of ours brings our averages down.
That's fair.
So with that in mind, outside of CB, Fox is the easiest to guess. You are the hardest to guess by a pretty healthy margin, I might add. The average people on average get your songs right 36.5% of the time.
I would have thought I would have been the easiest to figure
Chris is the only one that is better than 50% when it comes to guessing which songs are Sam's. And also another little fun percentage factoid, because I love statistics.
Yeah.
The best anyone is at guessing anyone is you with Chris with an 86% hit rate. And then Chris is the best at guessing you.
This would also make sense. We have been married and listening to each other's music for 15 years.
And it shows up in the statistics, let me tell you. But yeah, like I kept checking CB. Because like I did the math and I was like, 0? I can't possibly be 0. I went and double checked. I'm like, yeah, no, that's a goose egg right there for CB. Which, to be fair, she out of 8 rounds, she's only guessed in 3 of them.
That's fair.
But yeah, unfortunately, Fox and I are not too good at guessing for anyone but each other.
This is really funny. because before you inputted my stuff, you two were the highest, I think.
I will say I hadn't like fully compiled the data at that point. Like I was just looking at like
yeah, because you said that it had loaded slow. So
yeah, well, and also that at that point in time, I was just looking. I was just trying to find who was the best with an individual, and Fox was like 5 out of 6 for me, but he ended up sitting at 5 out of 7.
Fox just sent me a thing, and it started with "There's no justice in the world." And,
yeah.
Okay, let's see. There's no justice in the world. There's no path forward. We have to walk into the closet and lock the door. One can only walk into the ocean at this point. I used to love statistics. Now there's no joy left in this cold, dead world. It's not my fault. If y'all like listened to Uma Thurman and heard the monsters being used in Uma Thurman, there would have been no doubt.
Ooh, this is interesting. I just noticed, Sam, you and I have the same percentage guessing for each other, and it's not good for either of us. We both have a mean 43% hit rate in guessing each other's songs.
I blame Fox.
Yeah. Because we both have a 71% hit rate on Fox.
So, all right, let's see what chat did while Matt did the statistics. Kelly got 322 words that sprint. Bella was able to finish Chapter 7's edits, so she's going to end with that today. Might relax a little for a little while and then continue working later on. She's not sure. CB's just screwing everyone up. RP put in his feedback for Not For Her. Just got to read Bella's now. But that's a tomorrow thing because it's late and I have to wake up early. Excuse me. That's fair.
I call unfair now that I think about it, because the only advantage you have over Fox and I is that you're better at guessing Chris than we are. Everyone else we tie, but that one.
The vast majority of Chris's songs predate the 90s.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Hey, it shouldn't be fooling me, and yet, but
although I will say he also goes at like. Okay.
Oh, I know what it is. It's the one where he put a Linkin Park song in.
Yeah,
and it screwed everyone.
One of the other issues is my husband is an eternal troll, and he will go out of his way to pick songs that he likes, but he knows are a me song, not a him song.
Yeah.
And he can't fool me when he does that because I'm not the one who put it in.
One of mine I submitted. I was like, everyone's going to think this is Chris because it was a very old song. And then everyone but Chris did, in fact, think it was Chris. So it does work. But yeah, me, you, and Fox are all 60% accurate with guessing CBs. And then we have the same percentage for each other.
If some people weren't always trying to troll other people.
Yeah.
But also knowing that he's a troll is part of it. All right, I am going to go ahead and wrap us up because, like I said, I don't know what it was, but toward the end of that sprint, I just got really tired. So.
Oh, that's what usually happens to me.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's because you were pumped up on statistics.
Yeah, I was grinding in a Google sheet because I don't have access to Microsoft Office anymore.
But all right, so I'll be at Whip Wednesday. Are you next week?
No, I am not.
No, but Matt will be here at the end of the month for our birthday bash.
The birthday bash.
So look forward to that, and we will catch you all later. Bye.
Goodbye.